In our last episode, we took a look at how to prepare a task to response for the problem solution essay. Hey guys, welcome to episode 39 of Hacking IELTS. If you're joining us for the first time, this is a podcast and a YouTube channel dedicated to helping new and intermediate IELTS test takers understand the exam and attain higher results. In our last episode, we took a look at how to prepare a task to response for a problem solution essay. We discussed tables, which are a great way to plan out writing because you can visualize the requirements for the writing prompt. It's critical that you not only understand the topic, but what's required of you. We mentioned that our writing has to be balanced and that we need specific examples for the paragraph showing the problems and the paragraph showing the solutions. We also emphasize the need for linking expressions to keep your writing smooth and flowing. In this episode, let's take a look once again at writing an essay for the task type of advantages and disadvantages, and specifically how to construct our introductory paragraph. My students recently completed a task 2 writing prompt on the subject of distance learning, since we all know how essential and widespread it has become in 2020. Let's take a look at the writing prompt my guys were assigned right now. These days, distance education has become more popular than any other time in history. Discuss both the advantages and disadvantages of online learning. Provide examples and support your opinion. Just like in our last episode, we need to complete 2 essential steps. First, we need to read and analyze the test prompt. What this means is that we not only have to read the topic, but we need to fully understand it and ensure that you are writing for the correct task type. For example, I've had students in the past who were assigned a task type calling for test takers to write how much they agree or disagree with the statement, but then some of the responses ended up being written for advantages and disadvantages, which is a completely different task type. In addition, there are times when candidates think they understand the topic, yet they write on a similar theme, so they end up losing a band on task achievement. In this case, our topic looks pretty straightforward, but it's always a good idea to restate it in your own words when you're practicing your writing. In other words, we need to paraphrase so that we aren't just copying the prompt word for word when constructing our introductory paragraph. Let's reread our prompt now and then paraphrase it. These days, distance education has become more popular than any other time in history. Discuss both the advantages and disadvantages of online learning. All right, so this is our test prompt, and now let's paraphrase as required. Let's rewrite it, and then let's also add a question which can be answered throughout the body of the essay. More than any period of our existence, online education has become an indispensable tool for learning. What are the benefits and potential pitfalls of distance learning? Let's look at that opening sentence. More than any period of our existence, online education has become an indispensable tool for learning. Do you see how it's similar to the prompt, but it's not exactly the same thing? As you can see, we just stole the last phrase of the first sentence, paraphrased it, and then made it the leading line of our opening sentence. Now, looking at our second sentence, we created a question that we can respond to throughout the essay. Let's create another introductory paragraph, but this time, let's state what we intend on writing about in the essay. With the emergency response to a global pandemic, education has jumped from schools to homes with online learning. What are the pros and cons of distance education? In this essay, we will discuss both aspects in greater detail. Okay, so in this introductory paragraph, we have paraphrased the prompt once again with a different approach. As you can see, we're showing how education has shifted from traditional school buildings to learning in our homes, and we still ask a question that will be satisfied through the essay. We even took it one step further and have stated what the writing will set out to accomplish. In this essay, we will discuss both aspects in greater detail. While there are many ways to approach your introductory paragraph, this simple approach will ensure that you have sharply focused on the prompt you are assigned. Asking a question shows that you're analyzing the prompt and what potential examples can be provided to support distance learning benefits and the pitfalls. And finally, we state what the essay sets out to do and that you as a writer have given the topic forethought and you've planned ahead. What do you think? What strategy would you use to write your introductory paragraph? Okay, this wraps up things for this week. Did this episode help you out? Let me know in the comments section on YouTube, and be sure to subscribe for new videos like this every week. Or be sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. You can also sign up for free courses over at hackingielts.com. Take care, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.